as your request, and this should be my last time during this year. I have to spend my time to work on the other. So please listen carefully. Hang on, please. Okay, please take a look closely about the Earth magnetic shield from up here. You can realize that you can see the double layer. The same thing. I would like to emphasize that it means two sources of the energy hit the Earth, not only from the Sun, from the others. You can see that the North Pole and the South Pole got hit by some source. That should be the planet X solar system, and the energy from the space. Many rays from the space, such as gamma ray, cosmic ray, or even the ultraviolet from the sun, always hit Earth a lot. So when we going back to check, the remarkable source from many places. Even yesterday, when divisions also made a clip so long about what will happen about the Earth magnetic shield. First of all, I have to start with the solar wind speed. For 17 km per second, it should be about 1.4 million kilometers per hour and density up to 5.5. Today, the thermosphere climate go up to 3.01, but I believe that within this month, 31st August, this should be below than 2.50. And on this spaceweather.com, the report about the spike should occur about not lower than 50 degrees from the North Pole. But this one took the photo from Switzerland. It's going down more than 50. And so many places that got the Wi-Fi or even the storm, the lighting is always caused by the cosmic ray. Please remember that cosmic ray is not the ray, it's charged particle, super nano, and it travels more than speed of light. In cosmic ray, they have a nucleus. 80% of the nucleus are hydrogen. When hydrogen comes into the Earth's atmosphere and mix with our oxygen, it creates H2O, moisture, cloud, icy. Right now you can see so many sundogs around the world, even from the morning to the sunset. And the scientists always say that because of the ice in the sky. Why there are so many ice in the sky? Because of the cosmic ray. The more the sun dimmer, it allows cosmic ray get to the Earth's surface and can go deep down to the Earth core. It causes volcanic activity and earthquake. When the Earth magnetic shield go thinner, it allows ultraviolet from the sun get into the Earth too. Even you sit in the big building, in the mall, the ultraviolet can get through your body. The sun not dying but dimming and dimming. The solar minimum is not go up to the bottom yet. It's not yet. And even it go to the bottom and it will be rise up, the situation still keep continue at least 2 to 5 years. Right now, take a look at this proton come up to 20 and some solar wind spread out like this. This means some source of energy had hit the solar wind. If the solar wind come only from the sun, the graph should be something like this. When the graph change something like so many dots, it means it freckle. How could the solar wind freckle? It means the other solar wind, the other energy, were to hit the wind that come from our sun. If you take a look at this model maybe does nothing, because this model only measure the energy that come from the sun to earth, from the sun to earth, from the sun to earth. But this model did not look over the other source. Example, planet X system, which Nibiru is one of them, or even the other black hole. That's why black hole in the space brighter, almost 75 times than normal. Not only one black hole, but billion of black hole that light up 75 times than normal. And so many energy come from the space. So this one not accurately. and some data has been dumped or have been freeze. They're afraid we can look at the real thing. Right now you can see the X-ray from the sun. It's really nothing. It's pop up and will be sucked down again by the sun. So less energy come from the sun through Earth. But why they still do have some strong wind? Where it come from? It's not come from the corona hole. It come from the other tools, as I always say that. The density and the pressure. You can take a look at this one, too many layers. It less pressure from our sun, but the Earth magnetic field still shrinking. Sometimes it will be triple layers. It's so dangerous. Magnetic at the North Pole and at the South Pole is get weird and weird. Even from the North Pole to the South Pole, if we get a strong wind, the Earth magnetic field at the North Pole and the South Pole will run around, moving around like a rat, something like that. You can see that the graph shows so many things weird. Today gamma ray not much. Maybe in your time on 15, but my time 16. Gamma ray come to Earth, the huge one from time to time, but cosmic ray come down to Earth every second, more and more, and sometimes it's spark up or we got the bust wind. You can see that 1, 2, 3, the big one, the small one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, more than 100. Even it's not the big one, but when it go to the Earth atmosphere, it will blow up and spread off like the octopus. This is the energy that come down to the Earth. You can see that sometimes you got only one center and sometimes two. It's been two sources of energy, not only the sun, but this one come from the other. That many people believe that this is to be the Nibiru. For me, I shall say that it's a planet X solar system, which means either Nemesis or Nibiru or the others could have the reflection of energy to the Earth. And so many people could take the photo with 2 suns, 3 suns, or sometimes 4 to 5. It's up to the angle and up to the Earth atmosphere, the clear sky, and the icy from cosmic layer. And one more thing that I have to emphasize that human resonance or Earth frequency, it dropped down than normal. Let's say about 5 months ago, the human resonance always up to 15 to 20 and sometimes bounce up to 80, 90. Almost 2 months, 8 to 9 weeks, the human resonance is dropped down more than 7.8 to 2 something. If you go to the hospital and if you go to the ICU and see the heartbeat, heart measurement, before the people die, the people heartbeat will drop down and even sometimes spark up and still drop down. And the doctor will say that this patient maybe can live for 5 days, 7 days or 15 days. Even sometimes the heartbeat is jump up, but the accuracy and the trend is going down. This one shown that Our Earth magnetic field at the core is produce less energy. Earth magnetic shield will be thinner, more and more, maybe 2 times to 10 times. Even the magnetic field at the North Pole and South Pole not move too much because we have less strong wind from the space. But if you look at the many sources, we have too many energy come from the space, and the water and the current always change more and more, especially at the South Pole. The ozone, we should say, is gone because it's less than 1%. It allows the heat from the space go down to the Antarctica and melting down the glacier, the ice sheets on the continent, and the ice sheets will drop to the ocean around the Antarctica, which will create the tidal wave go around the world, including sea level rising from 2 to 6 meters. And if the big one going down, it should be about 60 meters before it drop down. But anyway, the tidal wave will go to the shore. South America, Africa, Indian Ocean, Persian Gulf, Pacific, Atlantic. The people in the south will get more effect from the tidal wave more than the people at the North Hampshire. The same thing, you take a look about the jet stream at the North Pole. We can say that there is no more jet stream at the North Pole and it freckle. At the same time, the jet stream at the South Pole is not really allowed the South Pole. It goes where farther, about 40 to 20 degrees nearby the equator. The same thing, the heat up comes from beneath the Antarctica continent and it melting down the ice sheet in the continental. And we also found the sulfur dioxide so many places around the world, even in Europe, in Far East Asia. You can see this dot. It's been earth cracking, so many cracking, so many sinkhole, and sometimes some hole is not the big one, but it allow methane and sulfur dioxide from the upper layer of the magma go up to the air. This spot represents about the crack from earth crust that allow sulfur dioxide going up. Even nearby my country, this one, the Barents volcano Iceland, produced more than 2 years. And in the Malacca Straits, there are so many cracks. Even the northern of my country, in China, in Philippines nearby the sea, Papua New Guinea. Of course, Hawaii create a loss because right now the magma growing up to be lava on around the Hawaiian. In the state, Northern America continental, in the southern Africa, you can see that. So all around the world, earth are cracking, allow sulfur dioxide go up to the air. And when sulfur dioxide go up to the air, it will create pollution. This one is not good. It not block the ray from the sun, but when the earth reflect some light up to the space, it will not go out of the Earth's atmosphere. It will reflecting back to the Earth again because of the sulfur dioxide. So pollution will be more and more at the Earth's atmosphere below 40 kilometers. So many models. See, so many models state that a lot of crack in the Earth. Earth is expanding. And the same thing, sometimes the data does come out, but when we found so many sulfur dioxide around the world, I have to check page by page, day by day. Let's say to be this one. A lot of sulfur dioxide at the Siberia, at the north, and don't be surprised, there are the wildfire at the Siberia, even in the Alaska and the northern of Canada. About the star alignment, it cause too many effects too. Another thing is about the boil. Right now there's so many. Let's say that before the tsunami on 26 December 2004, they have about 3 boil around here. But right now it's a lot. Why they put this a lot of boil around this area? Because they believe that in this area we had the big earthquake about 9.5, almost the same as Cascada, offshore of Oregon and Washington, at the Northern America too. This area, Earth is cracking down, and not the other that, because of the Earth magnetic move at the South Pole right now is go down to the ocean around here, Indian Ocean, and at the north, you know that the northern magnetic come from Canada to Siberian, and scientists believe that both north and south magnetic will go to meet each other around this area when the magma which create the magnetic field from north and south go to meet each other this area, the pole shift will occur. And if we look only the Earth magnetic field, this one should be the North Pole or the South Pole via this model. The importance of the boil is about the wave height. We have to look at the wave height to see where is the water gone and why the wave is so high. If the wave is so high, okay, means some movement. If not because of the wind, maybe some volcanic activity under the sea. But in the other hand, if the water is go down, maybe some crack at the earth's surface under the sea and let the water pour down, then we got the whirlpool. We have so many whirlpool now. If we take about the wave, not in this model, okay, to check this one, ocean current. And with sea surface temperature and anomaly. About non-only current and wave. Okay. You know that by the news, the Kuroshio current not go up to the north at the Bering Strait anymore. It go to the middle of the Pacific Ocean, and the same as Gulf Stream. Gulf Stream will not go up to the Greenland, Iceland anymore. Gulf Stream change the direction, go to at the middle of Atlantic. If you take a close look about the whirlpool, the whirlpool is one thing beside the current. It's been the water is going down to the bottom of the ocean. Why it's going down? Not only the different temperature between the warm water and the cold water, and because of some crack at the seafloor that allow the water going down to beneath the earth crust and meet the magma and meet the underground water current. This is a map of magnetic shield. Yesterday I got the alert email to state that at the end of this year, on December 10, 2019, they will announce the new information and the new graphic about the Earth magnetic field on 2020. Usually this one it take about 5 years to change the information and to change the position of the Earth magnetic field at the north and the southern hemisphere. But this year they make the early announcement, right? You can remember that. And not over the year yet, they plan to make the new announcement for the year 2020 on this coming December 10. They warn us. They really warn us what will happen. It's up to the people who will believe it or not, or ignore it, and listen to the public media about the climate change or something like that. Here and I see that they show about the Earth magnetic pole at the South Pole move from the center of the Antarctica continent go to the Indian Ocean, and we're going up like here, like this. And please take a close look about when division yesterday about the cosmic disaster and CIA classification. It means something not good, very bad will happen soon. That's why Ben correct many information from himself and from the other and put it together again. I think he tried his best to do it, to warn us. So we have to listen, we have to prepare. If you could not do the underground bunker, at least you should prepare the food, the water, the medicine, and the clothes. Many things you can do that. You have to do that. Otherwise, nobody can help you. Even FEMA could not help you at the early of the situation. Even the Army, Navy, or Air Force could not help you at the early or during the mega disaster. You have to help yourself first, because the Army, the FEMA, the Navy, they got hit by the mega disaster, mega earthquake, mega tidal wave, mega storm, more than category 8 to 10. Right now, the hurricane, the typhoon, the cyclone, they have only 1 to 5 category. But I have made a new category. I add 6 to 10 because in the previous year, the cyclone, the hurricane, and the typhoon, the wind is go up more than category 5. It's up to 6 and sometimes 7. But they just say extreme, extreme, super extreme. Many scales have to be changed now. Don't forget to take a look at this clip about 1 hour and 17 minutes. It's pretty good. And if it's possible, you could translate in your own language and try to explain to your own people and warn them. We have to save many people as much as possible, because if we don't save the people, if we let them die, their body, their disease will go spread around the world and you come back to us again. Take a look at the North American continental. You can see that the light blue around here at the offshore of the East Coast. This once upon a time is the dry land, and the last time that the earth got the flood around the world, the water come up into the land and going down, and this should be about 173 meters higher than the previous. And this coming earth flooding, it should be high average about 235 meters. It up to in different country, different position. Africa is so high, so the water can get in not a lot, but you can see the western of the India, this kind of water going up. Even in the Southeast Asia, this one should be it was a dry land. The people from Thailand, from Cambodia, from Vietnam, from Myanmar could walk through this area to the Borneo, to Brunei, to Malaysia, to Philippines, and even to the Indonesia, to Sumatra, to Java, to Bali, and some maybe go to the Papua New Guinea and walk to the Australian Aborigine people at Australia and local people at Papua New Guinea. They are the same. What I should say in English, the same species, the same phylum, something like that. But when the water is light up, so it's cut off. So right now they have to be two group of people in each area, and the climate change, so they have to adapt themselves to survive. Therefore, they look not similar in their culture between Papua New Guinea and Australian. Even the Maori in New Zealand, you can see that before it rise up, it was a dry land. The people can walk through each other. Even from Australia, the mainland, can walk to Tasmania. As Ben always say that, eye open and be safe, everyone. I have to down my head and keep look what will happen next and make the announcements if I could before it happened about at least 7 days or 3 days. I believe that I could do that, and I shall try my best. And one more thing, don't forget to buy the gold, because during the situation, the money, the currency, the paper, it get less, it get nothing, useless. But the people still love jewelry, diamond and gold. You can use diamond or gold exchange the food, the drug, or even the petrol, the fuel. So many things. Prepare yourself. And this year, definitely, the cost of the food, the consumption cost will rise up at least 40%, because in the past 5 years, there's so many disasters, right? They say that the farmer around the world could not produce enough food. Therefore, we get less food, and many stocks have been destroyed by flooding and wildfire. Therefore, the price will come up. You have to plant the food to eat by yourself. You can save your money, and you can make sure that the food that you plant by yourself is clean, not contaminated with the poisons or the heavy metal. I believe this one could be good enough for you to prepare yourself. When you wake up, please take a look at the sky. At the noon, after lunch, look at the sky. And before you go to bed, look at the sky again. Try to look at the sky about at least 4 to 5 times a day. And you will see something, and you will realize that so many things have changed, and you have to prepare your emergency bag for yourself. Try to be safe. Save yourself, save your family, and save the others as much as possible. Your God be with you. See you soon.